And so as you were probably at 1 Corinthians 6:12, we want to talk about decision making for just a few minutes tonight. My father always had a problem with that. Good man, wonderful man. Something came up about him that made me smile and laugh today. But when it came to decision making, he just had some trouble in that area. I think we all do in some ways. We kind of bring that trouble on ourselves maybe. Our minds sure get troubled when we need to make a decision about something. And there are things to figure out. We have to get ourselves out of the way, our preferences out of the way on decisions that we make. If we have doubt concerning anything we do, a decision we need to make, we need a process. And there's 4 points for a process tonight. And the first one we see in 1 Corinthians 6:12. And the first point in the process is it good? Is it good? All things are lawful unto me, Paul writes, but all things are not expedient. All things are lawful. This is legal. This is okay to do. But is it really profitable? It's good. And we might say that about some things. Well, this is good. I'll just do it. It's one thing if something is good. That doesn't pass the test. What passes the test is it good for us? Is it good for me? What's good and works out for some is not necessarily good for others. A fellow had a job one time and he was offered a promotion. Sounds good. The current position he was in had his days off Wednesdays and Sundays. Sunday and Wednesday. 2 days you go to church. It was a brand new Christian. That's the position he had. In being asked to interview for a promotion, he was told that he'd have to work some Wednesdays and about 7 Sundays a year. And that promotion was good for some, but it wasn't good for a certain person. So, is it good for me when we go to make a decision? There's one point. Another issue would be bondage. Look at the end of that verse now. All things are lawful for me. Still okay. But I will not be brought under the power of any. Some things are good, but a little too much of something good can happen. There's obsession. There's things that put us in a position to where something takes control over us. And that's not good. You might be spending time on what's good, but what about what's best? Does that get left out? Is this going to bring me into bondage? Is it good? Is it going to bring me into bondage? 1 Corinthians 10:23. Does it build up? Here again, all things are lawful for me, but all things edify not. Everything so far is permitted. But that doesn't mean that there's not a negative side to it. Something might not be destructive to our lives, but it will not be constructive for our lives. We have to ask ourselves, does this promote Christian growth within my life? So does it build up? Another thing is it a stumbling block? All of 1 Corinthians chapter 8. If I read it all, I won't keep my timing that we had planned for devotion. So let me sum it up. Something is okay. It's permissible. You have peace that it's all good. We have peace to make a decision on this or that, and the decision is yes. But for another, for a weaker brother, they don't believe it's right. And it causes another to stumble. So no matter what we have peace on, does it truly offend a weaker brother? So is it profitable for us? Does it enslave us? Does it build up our Christian character? Does it not tear down another? Let us look at these 4 things, answer these 4 questions, and then all of the problems, all of the indecisiveness, all of the doubt in what we're doing is going to go away. And we can get to a place where we can be honest as to whether we should make this decision or not. And I don't know how much time that was, but we have a short message